Alex, do you self-harm?
I don't anymore.
Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Once again, I am Tochi.
I'm 7.
And yeah, as you already know, this is the channel where Alex and I explore elements of our personalities using music as the anchor. And you could go check out the previous videos we've uploaded on this channel. We've done 7 by Taylor Swift. We've done Deaf Heaven.
The Marvelous Orange Tree by Deaf Heaven,
and also Never Grow Up by Taylor Swift. And for this one, this I think should be our 4th video or thereabout. This is Hit the Wall by Gracie Abrams, one of the most exciting artists, I dare say. This is off the forthcoming album Daughter from Hell. And yeah, hit the wall, hit the wall, hit the wall. Let's just get right into it. The first verse, I'm a crack in the pavement, I'm a sleep knot, I'm afraid that my fortress is a glass box. How do we start with this now?
That stops.
That's tough. Yeah, that's a killer opener. A crack in the pavement. It's metaphorical. It makes sense. I mean, I'm thinking about the imagery of it, like you see a pavement and you see a crack there. First, cover it. One thing I love about Gracie Abrams that is like I think is a common theme in all of her songs is like she's very honest about being the problem. She's very honest about being the villain, being the executioner. So yeah, I feel like that's a very underexplored, angle. She does it in a way that you feel so sorry for her as well. It's like sort of being as a sort of avoidance that you feel so sorry for. Okay. She's like that kind of artist or writer. So a crack in the pavement is, like I said, so when you see like there's something wrong. There's something wrong with you.
Yeah,
you're broken. Yeah, it's like saying, I know I'm broken. I'm a slip knot. A slip knot. You know what a slip knot is? A slip knot is something like this. Tied. Okay. The word is just eluding me right now, but if it's a different thing when maybe if it's like say a lace. If the lace is straight, is different. But when the lace is, you've tied it is now what is this word? Like when the lace is tangled-ish, like it's like being tangled. That's sort of how I would relate it to be a slip knot. Because when something is like tangled, like when a lace is tangled, you now have to start detangling and detangling and detangling, and then it becomes straight like a normal state. But when you say your slip knot, it's like I'm not in a normal state. I'm not in a straight state. I am very much tangled right now, which of course we know when something is tangled, it's not in a good state. You get what I mean? Or it's not in the normal state that it should be. So I love that imagery of saying I'm a slip knot, or it's a metaphor for saying I'm a slip knot, and then saying I'm afraid that my fortress is a glass box. This was, I think, the line that sort of first cued me in the song, because saying you're like fortress is a glass box. Fortress is something you lean on that should be rock solid.
Yeah.
That should be, that should be able to hold you. But then saying that your fortress unfortunately is now a glass box. Glass is something that is fragile and mostly transparent.
Yeah.
So it's more like saying that. So it's more like being, so I think the word afraid there relates to being anxious or being nervous, or that's it portrays anxiety.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm having anxiety that what I think should be my fortress is actually a glass box, which is
so a fortress is usually built for defense. Yeah, that's like. When people build fortresses, it's like to defend from the outside. But now this is saying like the fortress is a glass box. That's
fragile.
It's fragile
and transparent.
Transparent, yeah, exactly.
It's fragile and transparent. So so that line, I love the writing of that line so much. Saying that you're afraid that the afraid there, like it's just I feel it just adds more character.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's more like it's like saying you're exposed, even if even if there is something
there should be something, or you thought there was something that's supposedly veiling you from all that whatever, but now you realize that, oh my God, I think that this fortress that I think it should be is actually a glass box. And then she said, I should know what I'm playing, but I forgot. So initially I didn't understand that line, but I think when I saw the video of her trying to play the keyboard, but her hands, she wasn't sure what, that's when I was like, okay, it makes sense. Because really, as a singer myself, when you are undergoing this mentor, whatever, you know, there are things that you typically know how to do, but at that point, it doesn't make sense. Like maybe, in your case, maybe if it's drawing or writing, in that period, you can't even lift a finger to do anything. You don't know what you're doing. And then sometimes when you not even try to write or play or draw, whatever, it's not, you know, what is coming out is not you, is not what it should be. So that thing of saying, I should know what I'm playing, but I forgot, it's really when you're in that dark place mentally, where you're paralyzed. I've been there one too many times where you're paralyzed and you know you're not giving your best. You know, even if you're trying, this is nothing like what typically I know that I can give.
True. In a very literal sense, there was a period where it took a while before I started drawing again. So for all that time that I wasn't drawing, wasn't making any I hadn't picked up a pencil in a while. There were moments where I would try to draw something and it felt like I forgot how to draw. Like I literally just forgot how to draw it. So, and this was like, I remember one specific moment, someone who learned how to draw. And I started thinking about myself. This is something I was born with. I didn't have to learn how to draw. I just knew how to draw. And I became this person who had forgotten how to draw. So that was a very real moment for me.
Yeah, so that line is also very, I think that was I think when I watched the video, I felt the line a lot more personal, like I should know what I'm playing, but I forgot. Felt good for a day, but that stopped. And this line is so real because, like, you know, in the middle of like all that crisis, there are times you feel good, or there are times you feel maybe better, but it never lasts. You know, so it's like saying I felt good for a day. So it's sort of portraying how ephemeral, how fleeting that good sensation was, you know, but that's never came. But that was it. You know, it's like a 24 hours view once Instagram story or whatever. Like it's ephemeral, it's fleeting, felt good for a day, but that stopped. And I once saw clearly, but it's bloodshot. This line is one I still don't really understand when she says it's bloodshot. Let me see, what's a bloodshot like?
It's like having red eyes.
Red eyes, right?
So bloodshot eyes, you have it's not just red eyes, like it looks like blood in your eyes. So that's
so same. And I once saw clearly, but it's bloodshot. I still struggle to piece that, you know. I know she's trying to juxtapose there, but I still struggle to understand that entire what she was trying to say there, basically. Though
I once saw clearly, but
it's bloodshot. Yeah. But it's fine. I mean, I know she was trying to juxtapose there, but I'm not sure I really get that. But I know it's something, because with songs like this, what I've noticed is that the more you listen to them, the more some things become clearer, and some things that are not exactly clear for you now.
Okay.
Tomorrow it could get clearer. That's what I've learned with songs like this.
Okay. So bloodshot eyes usually happen from physical trauma. So you get hits on the eyes, or like and all of that. So blood vessels pop, and then blood just pools in your eyeball. That's what causes like bloodshot eyes. So I once saw clearly, but it's bloodshot. I think it's the idea I'm getting from this is like she can see. She's very aware of maybe what she's looking at or what's happening, but like she's also like in pain, in a place where like she's traumatized in a way, maybe physically, maybe like emotionally, but
and like that kind of what's in my eyes that I'm probably using to, because you see with your eyes, right? And you see bloodshot comes in the eyes, right? I think I'm seeing, but actually my eyes is actually clothed with blood. I'm not. I thought I was seeing clearly. I thought I was seeing things normally, but actually my eyes are clothed with blood. So it means that I'm in fact not seeing anything, or whatever. I think that should be that. And I want you so badly, but I close off. I love this part. This part is very sincere, because there's that thing of when you're going through this, this crisis, right? And maybe there's somebody in your life, or somebody trying to get into your life or whatever, and you want them and you see them, but there's that, I don't want to call it demon, but that crisis or whatever is so bigger than you that, you close off. Even while you want this person, but it's not that easy. So it's like wanting someone, I think that's been an avoidance or whatever it is, wanting someone, but it's like typically when you want someone so badly, you open up, you go straight for what you want. But in this case, it's like, I want you so badly, but I still cannot open up just like that. It's not that easy for me.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Okay, so a lot of this is making sense now. Okay, yeah, especially when you said being an avoidant. Yeah, because it's not really about, it's not just only about having emotional trauma. It's knowing you can be easily, it's being aware of your own
situation.
You can be easily bruised. You have maybe you have insecurities,
and you might also hurt them as well. Because like I said, in the case of Gracie, sometimes she's mostly the villain. And then sometimes, and then when you maybe have these issues, sometimes it affects the people that you love.
True.
So it could also be that I want you so badly, but I know I might not be good for you right now. I might hurt you, so I close off. So it might not. So it's not always a case of the other person having a tendency of hurting you. It could be the case of you having a tendency of actually hurting them. The person. So it's better off to not go into that, because you know that you're not good for them.
Yeah, this is so real. This is so real because I mean, think about a situation where you are in a relationship, but then you're emotionally very distant, and you're hurting the other person by being emotionally distant, but even when you're not meaning to. So that's
exactly what I mean. I think that's what she's trying to say, is like, she might not mean to, so it's better to not get into it, even if she wants the person so badly, because she does a good job at closing off. So and then she said, like, I thought we'd get married, but I guess not. That line, I think there's something about lines about getting married that always touch me. I love lines about getting married so much. So like, I thought we'd get married, but I guess not. Now you can watch me hit the wall. It's so that part of, I thought we'd get married, but I guess not. I mean, because there's always that part when you like someone and it just feels like, I would live the rest of my life with you and happily ever after whatever. But when the crisis sets in, you're like, nah, this is not happening. I just know this is not happening, no matter how badly I want this. So it's like, nah, I'm not sure this is going to happen.
Oh my God, this is...
And then I said, now you can watch me hit the wall. I mean, hit the wall is, of course, the general phrase of when you sort of hit rock bottom, or like face a level of difficulty or challenge. Like let me look for the literal meaning of hit the wall. I know it's like a normal statement that people use in day-to-day English. Hit the wall, reaching a point of sudden complete exhaustion or insurmountable barrier where you can no longer continue or make progress. Exactly. So, and I like when singers take everyday phrases or regular phrases and just build words around it and like make music around it. I think that's sort of why the song hit me, no pun intended, at first, because I know I use hit the wall quite sometimes in like my everyday whatever on writing. So when I saw a song, I'm like, I want to see what she did with this phrase. And so this is, and basically, so in this case, she sort of brought it to mental, because you can say hit the wall in a corporate setting, maybe when you reach a sort of level of difficulty with project or whatever. But I love how in this case it was this sort of mental health and instability and the like. So now you can watch me hit the wall. So it's more like, I thought we'd get married, I guess, and that's not going to happen. But now you can watch me, go through all this. Now you can watch me deal with all of this and what sarcastically. I think that's sort of sarcastic. Now you can watch me hit the wall. And then she goes, hit the wall, I just hit the wall. And then my favorite line, I'm not a problem you can solve. This is accepting that, look, I have issues to deal with. You can't help me here. I'm a lot to handle. I have demons I'm battling. This is not about you. This is beyond you. So it's better you just stay. I'm not a problem you can solve.
This is so self-reflective.
Exactly.
And it's also so relatable. Okay.
So I love that line, I'm not a problem you can solve, because really sometimes people think they can fix you. Especially romantic partners. I have a friend, for instance, who met this guy, and then my friend, is having whatever she's having. And then there's this guy, of course, with all good intentions, who he makes efforts and all that stuff. But me knowing my friend, I know that it's not a thing that you can just come into someone's life and think you can like. Back to what something we discussed in Death Heaven. It's not something that you can talk them out of just by motivation or whatever. You can't. Sometimes these things are beyond what you can fix. So sometimes when some people show signs of these things, sometimes it's best to leave them alone.
True.
And it's not a problem. They're not problems you can solve. They're not things you can control. It's beyond them. It's beyond you. It's beyond even them. So that's what she's trying to say here. I'm not a problem you can solve. Weighing the cost is impossible. Like, this is too, like, you can't afford this. That's what she's trying to say here. You can't afford, weighing the cost impossible. You can't afford this. This is too much for you.
This is so raw.
It's so raw. Weighing the cost impossible. I hit the wall. Like, it is like I'm at that point where it's gonna take a miracle to come back from.
It's unraveling.
It's more like take cover, else you're gonna get burnt. That's what whenever I sing this part, it's like, I'm warning you, take cover, stay clear, else you're gonna get burnt, you're gonna get hurt. Because you can't handle this. The curse is too much, it's impossible, you can't afford it.
Oh my God.
I hit the wall. And then we'll move on to verse 2. I try to be violent, but I get caught. This is the part I'm not sure I really get this line as much. I try to be violent, but I get caught. I'm not sure. Okay, wait, I try to be violent. So I don't know, this might be a bit off, but I'm relating this to, I'm trying to link this to the second line. Let me just read the two lines. I try to be violent, but I get caught. A room full of doctors and ink blood. So the imagery I have here is, think about a cat. Taking a cat to a vet. It gets so violent. They don't want to because you take a cat to a vet, you're trying to revive them or treat them of whatever it is, or clean them up or whatever. They are so violent. They are so fucking violent. Like, but then you see the doctors trying to hold them, like to fix them or whatever. And then that's when she said, and then queuing to the next thing, a room full of doctors and an ink blood. An ink blood is like, when you for mental whatever, it's like an examination. It's like an X-ray of what is going, when you take someone to a mental or whatever, an X-ray of what's in their brain, exactly, an X-ray of their brain or whatever. So I think in the video as well, there was a room of doctors and she been on this, medical bed and an ink blood. So they were looking like, so that's sort of how I imagine this. Because I feel like this second verse is now, like, she diagnosed as the problem in the first verse, and the second verse is now being in a place where she's trying to get treated or whatever. And then there's now restraint of being violent. So there's this, and then you're being caught, and then this room full of doctors, and then the snapshot or the scan or the X-ray of what's going on in your brain. So that line, so this part might not do so much for the song, but it does so much for setting the scene and the imagery of like what is going on.
I there's a picture. So I try to be violent, but I get caught because a lot of the time, when in cases of physical harm and all of that's you trying to be violent towards yourself. And then when you get caught, the first thing people think is like your head, you're going crazy, you're mad. So when you get caught, of course they want to take you to the doctors, they want to see what's going on in your head, all of that. So that's the image.
That also plays as well, because getting caught should be a good thing. When this place was portraying it as, but I get caught. Let's just like portraying it as like, why do they keep catching me?
Exactly, because if you're trying to
self-harm,
you don't,
in your head, that's like in your head, that's the right thing to do, but it's not good for you.
It's not good for you.
So when you're getting caught, you are angry. Why do they keep catching me?
Yeah.
So I think I see that, and then you get taken to somewhere to be treated. Then there's now this room full of doctors.
Yeah.
And then an ink blot. Gracie, so this room full of doctors, I just love like how she was able to bring that imagery here. And FYI, Gracie is like, we'll call her Taylor Swift's daughter. Yeah, because
I can already see that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because she takes a lot from Taylor Swift. She's very inspired by Taylor Swift. So the songwriting is always very too honest, very personal, painting pictures, setting scenes. So I really love that line, a room full of doctors and an ink blot. I'm drawn into headlights, have a blind spot. I'm not sure I understand this line as well. I'm not sure it's a line that I've understood as much.
I think it's still talking about like the violence towards self. Yeah, I'm drawn into headlights. So headlights from cars. Headlights are from. If you have ever heard the phrase "deer in headlights."
No.
So a deer in headlights is so confused that a car is driving towards them, but they're just standing and looking at the headlight because they're so confused about what's happening there. So headlights, it's like it's an oncoming car, especially at night with the lights and everything. So being drawn to a headlight is like it's not something you're doing subconsciously now or consciously. You're drawn to it. You want to step in the headlight towards. You want to step in front of something violent or something coming towards you to and then
I would see that
have a blind spot. You're pretending not to see it.
That makes sense. I mean, I think when you say deer in headlights, I mean it's a literary thing. It's a literary thing, and Gracie reads a lot of books. She's a reader, so I'm very sure Gracie makes me want to start reading books again. Honestly, she's a literature girly, and then pull over and wait for too long. I want to be stable, but I do cave. I love this line so much. Like, and I love the English. I love the English. Like, I want to be stable. Like, because normally that's the default. Like that's what we all aspire to be. When I do cave, I always give in. So like the fact that using the word cave, not give in, I love that. Like using cave in that's because I mean I love words. If you know me, I love words. So saying I want to be stable, but I do cave. Like I want to be a normal person. I want to be normal. I want to be all right. But I always give in to this. To this whatever. So it's like I do cave. What she caves into, of course, she's not specific about it, but we already know what she's talking about in the song. So it's like I want to be stable, but I do cave. Whatever, I always give into those things that maybe if it's self-harm, if it's whatever, I always give into those things.
I think this entire verse too paints a very because every line kind of because I want to be stable, but I do cave. It's now a confession. It's now a confession of like because so let's look at this. I try to be violent, but I get caught. I really think this is talking about self-harm, like this verse. Maybe not harm, but like violent
towards self.
I try to be violent, but I get caught. A room full of doctors and an ink blot, like you get caught, and people, of course, why are you trying to harm yourself, hurt yourself, and all that? They think you're not okay. Pull over. I'm drawn to the head. It's still self-violence because you're drawn to the headlights. You step into the headlights, and you pretending not to see what's coming on towards you. Then the person pulls over and waits for too long. Maybe they're like, "Are you okay? Why are you standing in the headlights? You shouldn't be there. You shouldn't." Yeah. So now she's confessing that I actually want to be stable. But
I cave to these thoughts of it could be suicide, it could be self-harm or violence, it could be all of this stuff like that she has hinted upon in the previous lines.
Because then the next line, I use when I'm able.
I downgrade.
This is drug use.
When
people say I use, they're talking about drugs.
Oh my god, so, I never thought about it. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh really? You know what? That line, I oh my god, this is gonna be so embarrassing. When I see that line I use when I'm able, I thought maybe it's like using people. Oh. I don't like people say I use and they refer to the drug. Oh, that's the thing.
Yeah, so that's why I think this verse is talking about violence towards self. Because
so I use when I'm able. Learn, kids. Like, who knew about that? Because I really thought it was like using people, like using and dumping them, or like just using them. Thank you so much for that information, Alex. You see, you learn every day. This is why you should discuss music with your friends or come to this channel and learn about every single lyric breakdown. And please, if you have any suggestions or ideas on the songs that we should, whose lyrics you think we should unpack, by all means, please do share in the comments. Thank you. Moving on. I love this line. I barely deserve it if you do stay. I wish you would anyway. It sort of goes back to that line of, and I want you so badly, but I close off.
Yeah.
She's now acknowledging and saying that, look, because I don't even deserve you.
Yeah.
I barely deserve it if you do. Like, I don't even deserve you staying. You're probably too good for me, or I'm bad for you. I don't deserve you to stay, but I wish you would anyway.
Yeah, it's so real.
So like, that's back to what you're saying about like sort of accepting or confessing. Like, I want you. I wish you would anyways. I know I don't deserve you, but if you wouldn't mind, I wish you would anyway. So because there's nothing of still telling. There's nothing of telling someone that, oh, I'm not ready for this right now. I'm not in a good space. I'm not good for you and all that stuff. But there's still that part of you that sort of wish that, if they would stay anyways.
Yeah.
Even if when you know that you're not good for them.
I think I understand these two lines better. Drawn into the headlights, have a blind spot. I pull over and wait for too long. I want to be stable, but I do cave. So it's still what I said, but like now I think she's like driving, but she's driving into an oncoming headlight, but then changes her mind and then pulls over to think, wait for too long to think. And then she's now confessing to herself that I actually want to be stable, but I cave. I use when I'm able. I downgrade. Oh, I see that. I think this pull over and wait for too long is her like changing her mind.
Taking a break. Like because there's always that moment of reflection.
Yeah, and then reflecting and then confessing, and I do. I love that line of I barely deserve it if you do stay. I wish you would anyways. It's just a powerful, confessional, sincere line. Like, it's a bit selfish too. Yeah, it is.
It's a bit selfish too. It's a bit selfish. Like, I wish you would anyway. Like that kind of. I mean, if you would stay, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah,
but very honest and sad too.
Yeah,
but those times, like, there are things you can't control. You really wish you wish to be stable. You wish you're normal, so this person can stay.
Yeah.
But you're telling them that, look, it's so hard for you. But I mean, when I say a part of it, it's like I kind of wish you would anyway.
Yeah, it's a private. It's very private.
It's very private
because it's not even something you admit.
Exactly.
I don't know if you've ever been there. Like, you meet someone that you want to be with, but like because of your own, you feel you're not good enough for them, and then you kind of like hold yourself back, and maybe they know that you like them, and maybe they want to be with you too, but like you're just creating a boundary, you're preventing that from happening, and then but to yourself, you know that, I mean, you kind of wish that they would stay regardless. They would fight for you. They would want to stay, even though you know that, or you think that you will hurt them if you stay.
So I really love
it's real.
It's real. It's very real, and it's real and complicated.
Yeah, very complicated.
And I love writings like this.
Yeah.
That sort of, it's not just straight. It's complex. You kind of have to think it's layered. Right? Yeah. So moving on to the chorus, but I hate the war, I'm not a problem you can solve, weighing the cost impossible, typical. That's the same chorus as we've broken down. And the third verse, a case of you playing in the hallway. So in this case, I got to realize that A Case of You is a song by Johnny Mitchell. I haven't listened to the song to know what the song is talking about and maybe why it relates here. But for imagery sakes, for the imagery and picture painting perspective, I love the referencing of an existing song, like, because I mean, when you're in this thing, there are certain songs that will trigger certain feelings for you. You get what I mean? So she referencing A Case of You playing in the hallway, hallucinations that I downplay. I'm numb till I'm aching for the sharp pain. Watch my blade ricochet. So I'll not lie to you. This verse, I've not exactly like dove into it properly. I mean, this is a very new song. It only came out about barely 2 weeks ago. So I haven't dove into this part of the song properly to really understand what, to unpack it properly. But yeah, if you have anything so far here.
I think this is still like taking us deeper into like the states of her mind, the mind. My blade ricochet, I'm numb till I'm aching for. So this is what I think it is, because this is very
yeah, I mean, it's fine. We can actually come back to it some other time. Yeah. Unless you have something to say.
Yeah. So feeling numb, that only pain feels
pretty sharp.
This is something people who self-harm experience. Yeah. So
do you self-harm?
I don't anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. So
wow.
Yeah. So it's like aching for a release of something, and that can only, sometimes you only find that release when like you hurt yourself, when you feel physical pain. So why I think that's what this verse is talking about is because of the blade. Watch my blade ricochet. I don't know, but
because you use blade to self-harm most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I
didn't use blade in my case, but a lot of self-harm people who self-harm use blade.
What do you use?
Fire.
What?
Like so.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Nah, that's fine.
But yeah, I think yeah, there could be some self-harm.
It just really strikes a chord, because feeling numb and then aching for pain, it's so specific. It's a feeling that, I mean, if you're someone who self-harms, you can just relate. Like you don't need explanation. You know exactly what this is talking about, which is why I think that's what it's talking about. Especially when then with the last line in the verse 3, and now said, "Watch my blade ricochet." Like,
wow, I hope Gracie Abrams is okay. I really hope Gracie Abrams is okay.
Yeah,
honestly, I hope this is not a personal song.
I hope
that's scary, man. Jesus,
it's scary.
Then the bridge, funny ain't it? Flashbacks of my life. What a waste. Oh, what a shame at nights. Face to face with every girl that I try to play. This, I think I love this one. I love this one. I think I can relate to flashbacks of my life. What a waste. Oh, what a shame. and then coming face to face with every girl that you've tried to play, like coming to face to face with every version of yourself that you've tried to be. I think that's what this line is saying. Sort of looking back at your life in general and taking stock. Just like maybe taking stock and then seeing where you currently are, and you're like, what a waste, what a shame. And then thinking about all the different versions of personas you've tried to be. And which now leads us to the final verse, which is like, I think this is the part of the song that sums this up for me. It's my favorite part of the song. In all my videos sharing this song, this is the part I have been sharing the most, which is the first verse. Sooner or later, you find out I live in a pattern of breakdowns. You bend to my silence, it's so loud, and then you lose me to the crowd. That part is there's just something so solemn, so like, it's like you surrender. That's what that part reads to me. And also acknowledgements to whoever it is that like sooner or later you find out that like, I live in a pattern of breakdowns. That's such a honest thing for anyone to say about themselves. Like accepting this and telling the person, whoever it is, that look, hey, this is something, and sooner or later you find out that I have this issue.
So I never expected this song to take us where it's taking us right now, because I actually never knew what to expect with this song. Well, when you told me about it, I wanted to like find out as we're doing this, but this is hitting too close to home. Too close to home, because I think the whole song is talking about like isolation, emotional isolation, and that is coming from like a deep state of mental turmoil. And why I'm saying this is because I can just read the whole isolation in the song, and then like the recurrent theme of self-harm and all of that, like, and then so this is very when you're going through mental turmoil like this, to the point where you're having to self-harm, or like even if you're not, you find yourself isolating from everyone. So this is not even just about like romantic relationships. Because you feel like you watch people live their lives, and maybe you watch your friends go out and have fun, and you know that if you join them, you can't have fun in the way that they're having fun. They can be happy and look at things and actually really enjoy them. And you can be in the moment, you can be around all of that and still not feel anything. So when opportunities like that come up to hang out with your friends, you come up with an excuse. You say something like, oh, you're sick, you don't think you can come out. But even if you're fine physically, but this is isolating yourself because you don't want to ruin
that friendship.
Not the friendship, their moments. You don't want to bring all of your darkness towards
all of
that.
True.
Yeah. So suffering, mental health, especially depression, or like depression, it makes you isolate yourself because you feel like you carry too much, that it will soil everything you touch. And there's just some ways you cannot really open up the way others open, like feeling you can't even feel happy in some cases. They might be talking about some things, and I don't know, it's just like everything that comes from you is just like sad, depressed, negative, and you just don't want to bring that
to people.
You don't want to bring that to them. So I feel this is what this song is like. Yeah. And then when you get caught trying to hurt yourself, people just like, are you okay? In the head, like,
And sometimes they want to start giving you some diagnosis, exactly.
Yeah. And they think it's something, and why they do that is because they think it's something they can actually like fix. Because when doctors look at you, they're trying to fix a problem. They want to know what's wrong with you, and then they want to fix it. But sometimes that's not really. It's not really the case. You can't fix me because asking me. So sometimes when these people notice that they tell you to open up. And what people don't realize is that opening up really doesn't do anything for the sufferer. If anything, it only like makes them regret why they even opened up, because you open up sometimes and maybe they're not getting it, or like you don't even have to put it in a way that makes them understand what it's like. You can only like give references and all that. So yeah, isolation is very real with suffering a mental.
So I mean, this song, like from the first listen, there was just something about the song that was just so magnetic to me. I keep raving about the writing of the song.
Yeah.
And like the writing of the song, I've been raving about like the writing of the song. I mean, people think because I love Gracie Abrams. I mean, yeah, I love Gracie Abrams, but it's not all Gracie Abrams songs that I rave about.
Yeah.
When I heard this one, I was like, nah, this is too personal. I mean, this is too personal.
Yeah, it's too personal. Another part that is real is that part where she said, I wish you would stay.
Yeah, anyway,
because that is so real. Because as much as you want to like stay away from everybody because of how the chaos inside you, you still wish people would stay regardless. When you find people who can like stay in your corner and maybe not even like just stay, it's even if it doesn't help what's going on inside, it kind of like just.
I get that.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's that momentary or like intermittent season of that kind of I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Momentary realization in between, like you just be like, oh, I mean, it's so nice that you're here anyways, you know.
I don't know why all the songs we've been.
I mean, I don't know. I think, are we all right? Actually, I think this line, you go into my silence is so loud, it's also so fucking real. I don't know if I can curse on YouTube, but it's also so real because there's something about living that pattern of breakdown and having all of this, you know, thing as you've described, and you know, but not being able to talk about it, or not being able to even explain what is wrong with you. And then at some points, the people who are around you at some point have to bend to
the silence.
Your silence. Yeah, people have to get used to.
I know it's something you know about me already. Yeah. Like I take frequent breaks.
Yeah.
Where I just like go silent for like without warning. I just go.
Like that's a whole thing, that because that line really struck me. I'm like when you're in that place. Also, like, you know, in the past year or thereabouts, I've been in that place many times where I'll just get off social media. I'll just go off grid everywhere. My very close friends will be wondering, like, where are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, please, I'm not in that space right now. Like, there's this silence that is so loud, that is so deafening, you know, living that pattern of breakdowns, basically.
Yeah, I love how she expressed
I love how she expressed that in that part, and then you lose me to the crowd. It's so fucking real. So, and then hit the wall. I just hit the wall. I'm not a problem you can solve.
I think this song is like I told you about depressive highs and lows. I think this is talking about, this is like that very low point. Like you've actually hit the wall. This is like the lowest, and then you're seeing themes of the suicidal ideation, the self-harm, because all of it happens at that point. Yeah.
Wow. I really hope Gracie Abrams is okay, to be honest with you. And if you do relate to this song, I really hope you're okay as well, because I always say that I feel for you if you relate to some Taylor Swift or Gracie Abrams song, because it means you're suffering. It means you're suffering. When some people say, oh, I think Taylor is not that great, she's thinking, I'm like, I think please hold on to that opinion because you're having a good time. You're having a ball. And I'm so jealous of you. Because I wish I never related to some Taylor Swift songs. Maybe I would be less miserable. Because I feel like for you to relate to a certain level of Taylor Swift song, or for you to relate to songs like this, like Gracie Abrams, then you're going through it. So if you don't relate to Hit the Wall, trust me, like you're having a ball and I'm excited for you. You get what I mean? Like if you don't relate to these songs, then you're having a good life. Yeah, I'm excited for you, trust me. Don't even try to relate to it, because the day you relate to it means that you're suffering. Wow. Yeah, so thank you so much for sticking around for this one as well. Alex and I, I'm very sure, had an exciting time with this. With these songs, you just never know the turn they take most of the time.
I never expected this song to take this.
I think at this point I need to sanitize my playlist or whatever, because I don't know why I keep drawing to songs like this. I don't know why. Honestly.
Thank you.
Like I listened to this song for the first time the day it released. One listen, I was like, I put it on repeat. Because I was like, oh my God, no way. I thought I was all right. I thought I was okay. So really excited about this. That's the word. It's very devastating. So the song makes me scared for the forthcoming album. The album, this is the first single from the album.
Oh wow.
Yes, I'm like, first single. Are we cooked? The album is titled "Daughter from Hell."
Yeah, I saw the title.
Yeah, and I'm like, this title, God, I'm like, we're cooked. So, "Daughter from Hell." I don't know what the story is, but "Daughter from Hell" doesn't sound like we're onto something celebratory here. It sounds like we're onto more misery, like, Hit the Wall. So really looking forward to that. And I just really love how self-aware this song is.
Yeah.
Like I said, Gracie, in a lot of her songs, she's not a victim. She's more of the executioner. She's more of the villain or the sufferer, trying to warn people to stay clear from her. That's sort of a theme I really love in her music. So this is "Hit the Wall" by Gracie Abrams once again. And please let us know what you think about the song, and if there's anything that we've said there that must have struck a chord with you, or there's some things in the lyrics you feel like you would like to maybe correct some of the things we've said. Also, please do feel free to share and comments as well. Thank you very much, and see you in our next one.